We're live back on D&D Live.
And we're back.
And we're back from our hiatus of arguing and scheduling.
All right, so you guys are taking a short rest, and Az over there, he got a fat sack over there.
Yeah. We didn't see any.
Some moolah. Yeah, I did.
And pocket a few while you weren't looking.
I didn't see him.
No.
All right, so
he's got a few potions that I don't know if anybody can identify potions.
I got some potions I can't quite figure out.
Yeah.
And I pulled up the blue and green one and the red one. And anybody know what these are?
Yeah, I might do it. Let me see the one over there that's
blue and green.
And I take the stopper off, smell it, look at it, I put a few drops in my alchemical kit, hand you back the potion, and do some tests on to figure out what that is.
Yeah, well, maybe there's no automatic, right, in this game, so you have to roll. Give you a roll, maybe.
Yeah, I would give you some sort of roll.
You think that's the two. You think those might be healing potions?
Looks like the healing. Those are the heal.
Okay, and then I hand you the red one. What about this one?
Oh well. Well, that's if it's clean the thing out. Use a fresh one and just add the chemicals again. Do the test. Okay, there's the color. Okay, and here's that one back, and that is a.
Did you roll? I have.
No.
Wait, you're certain
that it's something. It's levitation. It's a levitation potion.
Yep.
When you're falling, drink that, and it will save your life.
Exactly.
Right now, all I have is healing question mark. Healing question mark and levitation.
Who's the slow fall?
But he was more certain about the levitation than he was the other ones.
Oh, absolutely positive about that's levitation.
To be honest with you, he was 100% sure of himself.
Well, yeah, why don't you take it and drink it? Let's levitate.
Now, a healer would be a very common potion, though, right?
There's different brews, so
yeah.
Just because it's blue and green doesn't mean it's always a healing potion.
No, but I
could
mean
give him guidance. I'm just saying.
Oh,
he's an expert.
this is better for role playing.
I'm never gonna ask for it. You gotta hit me with it when I'm not looking.
Potion of slow fall. Drink this when you're falling.
You wouldn't be able to even get to go down there. Oh, that's right. I forgot to tell you there. I told you. There was also 3 flasks of oil in there. I told you about the alchemist firebrand. Forgot to tell you that there was 3 flasks of oil in there too.
Right.
Or is it a vial? I forgot what it's called.
The flask.
They're flasks.
Potions are in vials.
Kind of like water skin.
Flasks are a little bigger.
I give it a smell and kind of look at the fluid. Is it like lamp kind of oil?
This is basically your vial. As far as size goes. Except I think they're an ounce. And the flask is
I don't know what you're asking about.
I attempt to identify what kind of oil it is, or by possibly its use.
It's just like lamp oil, or yeah.
All right.
So no big deals with that one.
So it's like
it's good for fires and
low ignition kerosene
or something.
Molotov cocktails.
Can we start going down the hallway?
I already went down the hallway. It's safe. I checked for traps all the way to the curve.
Let's go then.
All right,
move me down.
As you guys
start walking down, you do hear some muttering.
Are we in rounds yet?
You're not in rounds.
Okay. Well, I'm trying to get set up for the images.
Right, so I'm not going to put it. This opens up into another cavern like the last, not this one, but the ones you had over here.
There's one on the floor in the office if you want to grab it.
Yeah, so we don't need to map it.
Oh.
Roar high check, please.
Because there's no
4.
And
plus 5 is 9.
It's roughly like shaped like the way that one was. You know what I'm saying? If it's continued, it's roughly like this. But in it, you can tell that there's been a lot of people living in here. And in fact, there actually are 3 humans in this cave that are tied up.
I know we're looking for some.
And there's like a very tiny, like almost like a valet stand, like right in the thing there, where you could tell there's like a little guard post, but you could tell it's
that's
like
where the concierge
human size,
is?
like it wasn't like made for a goblin, but
so there's a human-sized concierge stand.
Kind of like a But there are 3 humans laying down in the corner.
Back, toward the back. Okay, we're coming in for.
Yeah, well, it's reversed, but yeah.
Okay, so we're coming in.
So we don't need to map it. It's not a combat. So
Yeah, are they back to the right?
they're back in the corner, tied,
Let's untie them, shall we?
and they all look much
Wait,
worse
wait.
for the wear.
Beans should stay tied up.
No.
What? Okay. And
Who
is
are
there any
they?
other beings
I
in the
don't-
room that we can see?
No, like
I don't
those
know.
two.
If I
Are
had
they
a flash,
gagged?
I
Those
could
last
do
2
devices.
goblins came out of this room. Like maybe they were
Are the
watching
humans
over.
gagged?
You can't tell from here.
Or do they
Sit
appear to
down.
be moving?
No.
Okay.
Took a nap.
Yeah.
I head over
Long rest.
that way.
Well, when you get there, you see him
That-
and I talking about whether or not we should release them.
No.
I say quietly. I talk to them quietly, and just keep repeating quietly till I see them.
One of
wake up.
them, you hear, one of them moves.
Wake
I
up.
start
Don't
untying
talk.
them. Walk right over, start just untying them. Come on.
Yeah, do I see the cousin that was described by the midwife?
I'm not sure how you would be able to tell.
I would like to use intuition to sense evil.
That's not an ability.
Maybe I can't tell.
Well, because they're laying down, sleeping.
I rolled really
And you
low.
know, it's not like he has picture, right, or anything.
Well, she described them.
She described him pretty generally.
So he just do. What was her name? Do we know?
Bartholomew.
No, not that wasn't it.
No, she was a woman. Illyria. I don't think he gave us a name. He just said midwife.
The
Rena.
midwife.
It was Rena, the midwife.
Rena.
Rena.
And-
Does
and
Rena mean anything to any of you?
Yeah, Ren and Stimpy.
Are you talking loud or?
I'm talking loud enough they can before can hear me.
One of them seems to perk up a little bit.
Yeah, are you
They all
Rena's-
look really sick and beaten.
Are you
and-
Rena's cousin? Excellent. We have to get you
She's
home.
looking. She's looking for you. So, come on, all of you.
I said we have to get him home. We said the rest of them.
Let's go ahead and
And
get
his
them
name
all.
was George.
What kind of man of
George.
Thor are you?
I am a man of Thor.
I don't see it.
Really?
Yes.
How about this?
No.
That's it.
Four
Take
humans
everything
in the
while
room.
Bean is in charge.
So 3 of them wake up and the last one doesn't wake up. He's dead. He's cold.
Dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does he look
Um,
like dead of water?
I'm interested all of a sudden. Something that looks fun. I see the dead guy go
Uh-oh.
over and use my medicine to determine what killed this fellow. And like 11, like an
11?
average.
You swear to
He
God,
looks
was
just
the
worse for
potion
wear.
that
He
gave-
looks like a lot of.
They've been beaten up, but do they have any major injuries, like broken bones?
Well, this,
No, they do have a lot of like welts from whips.
Yeah.
And George tells you that they've been forcing them to mine.
Sure.
I gotta,
You know, we don't have to go any deeper than this. We can just simply return with.
the whips don't kill you like this because I had this.
They will if you don't eat eventually. It will.
I had this friend of mine and she was like really into those things and it never killed her.
That was
No,
for friends.
the
Yeah.
different rules for her.
It's a different kind of beating.
Yeah. Yeah. Why don't we get these 3 out of here? I asked them if they know who the 4th guy is.
I think his name is Pete.
You know
I'm
what?
George. That's John, and that's Paul.
I'm going to take my
Are you sure that's
my
not
hemp
legal?
rope. I'm going to kind of bind him
Pete
up,
Best.
bind the guy up, put him over my shoulder, and I'll
Dead
carry
The
him.
dead one?
Yeah,
Oh.
let's bring him with us. Maybe somebody in town.
Bring the dead guy and leave the
Leave the living ones.
living
Why
one.
would I leave
He's a
him?
necromancer. What do you want?
What the hell is wrong with you?
They all
Bring-
come.
get 'em.
I was
Get them all.
I told. I
determining your
Get
strategy.
them all untied.
untied all of them
I
while you all stood
Um,
around and watched.
I was the spadings.
This is why you're not nobles.
So they're pretty much just in rags, loincloth, their
Okay.
feet hurt.
Nobles.
They've been just like
Okay.
worked to death is basically where they were headed.
You know, there's
Alright,
royals,
can
then
you all-
there's nobles.
Can I
You
tell
all
you it's
handle a pretty
downstairs.
decent walk.
Is where they're making you mine.
You got a long walk to get you out of here.
They don't have shoes.
Yeah, I imagine by now their feet are probably toughened up.
Are any of their feet about my size? I'll give them my shoes.
Yes.
They got shoes.
One person that George has shoes.
One
The other
piece
guy
of
said
like
These
the-
aren't Jordans. No, sorry.
The
Really?
last guy should be still.
Really?
Sorry.
You gooned yourself?
Shoes. Had to make a joke.
All right. Well, I'll carry this one. Pete, I think his name was.
Pete.
You carry the dead guy. The other two will have to walk. 3 will walk the best they can. Once we get,
No, you'll have to help them out, put their arm over you,
Yeah,
and
right.
walk them. Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
if they can do the bulk of it, we can assist them without major headaches.
well, once
I'm kind of a crafters and makes thing. I got this little cart I made for carrying my tools and my honey and stuff. I can make one of those that works real good for carrying people. Dead people, you like stack 6 of them. Living, maybe 2, but it's still.
We're fine. I'm not going to wait for you to start crafting stuff.
It
I just start carrying the dead guy
I
out.
walk
the
out.
front.
Yeah,
I
let's-
walk out.
let's-
You sit here and craft. You sit here and craft.
All right. I'll
Get
catch
these
up.
guys out,
appreciate
and
the
then
offer,
we'll borrow
but-
your cart. Then we'll borrow your cart out there, and you can catch up when you catch up.
Maybe
So
you
when
can-
we get to, if nothing happens, when we get to the part that him and I saw the carts bang crashed up at the bottom,
Right, they were.
I would like to go down there to see if there's any carts in halfway decent shape that we can grab them out, or maybe have him repair them.
Right, roll an investigation
Just
check.
one. I need an
You need
assist from
cart out the
somebody.
You need
guy,
to,
so
you're
I can
gonna
carry
you
him
can
all
use
the
a
way.
light spell or something to be able to see.
Yeah, of course.
Light on my shield. It's already
Yeah.
been there, and I cast guidance on myself, and then I didn't need an assist. Will I assist me?
Okay.
or-
Did you stay down there?
I had something else to do while he was doing that. I didn't know
Okay,
he was
I'm
doing
gonna- I'm
that,
gonna give
so
him a hand
He
then.
went to go do something.
I'm
So
staying
please
up
give
with
me,
all the prisoners, ex-prisoners.
9 plus
Are you proficient in investigation? Probably not, but
3. 9 plus 3 is 13.
pretty nice.
12.
These look like, in fact, okay, these are apparently busted up cards.
Yeah, I figured
Multiple, and actually on some of them, actually you see, you find a couple property marks on it. It says property of Cliffview Miners Guild on a couple of them.
My
But
question-
unfortunately, they are wrecked. They're not going to work.
can I get a couple wheels out of them?
A couple, you
Yeah.
get 2 good wheels.
That's all I need. I need 2 good wheels. Hey, will you grab some planks? And when we get outside, we'll just build it.
You need an axle.
You got plenty of assholes here.
Are there any smallish pieces of wood with the company brand on them?
Yeah, there's
and
I specifically said smallish because I don't want to carry a 10-foot piece of wood with a
It's like a-
foot-long brand.
Well, you could always snap it. You could get it's like
You
a
can make
like a
it
2x4
so-
size thing that's like this long.
That's fine.
You're bringing
You
supplies.
can use that as a big club if need
I'm
be.
bringing you whatever I can find that's here.
But unfortunately, it's you don't find any of the cargo, none of that.
What was it back to? I just wanted something to take back and say this is what we found.
Like you find one that says Archford Silver Coalition, and one of them, and actually 2 that say Cliffview Miners Guild.
Perfect. So bring the boards. I bring the wheels out there, outside. Again, if nothing happens in between, I
Those
get-
guys say we need to get out of here. They're you don't want to go downstairs.
I'm not going downstairs. I got the wheels.
I mean, they're gonna come.
Yeah,
They're coming.
we're heading out
I tell you.
now.
Yeah. He's got some wood.
You've seen this shit I'd seen would turn you white.
Oh, really? All right, well, we're leaving. We're leaving right now. We get outside of the cave, of the mine, and then where the birds were. The birds. Remember the birds?
Yep.
And
As a matter of fact, when you're on your way up, since you've been so acclimated to the dark,
Oh,
you
man.
actually see a crack as close to the view where where that light spell probably was, that there is like a little chimney there that's.
Oh yeah.
And then there's like a couple scraps of wood where you figure that they were probably just poking it to aggravate, stir them up.
Okay.
But it's not like you could get through there, but it was just a very small
Right.
clip. But you could see a crack of light.
So we walk past
And
that,
it's-
right?
And you're almost out, and it's actually a gray day, and it's like a light rain.
So I take some of the rope I have. I take some of the boards he took out. I tell him, you said you could fashion something?
I can make 6 things.
I will start making it, man. Let's talk and we'll work.
You assisting or something, or
I guidance you.
all right, guidancing me.
That's pretty
I
good.
got 19 plus stuffs.
I'm gonna see how long it takes you.
I've fashioned a crude cart.
Yeah,
I'm going for a 1-day crude
just there we
cart.
go.
I'm thinking it's got two like if I had 2 by
Glorified
4s.
for void.
Going down to a small spoke, the one wheel, some stuff on the top of it, so you pick
Just
it up.
one
and carry
get-
it.
Wheelbarrow.
All right.
Wheelbarrow.
Yeah, glorified wheelbarrow. Okay, it takes you 2 hours. And it's,
All right, and
you
I'm-
fashion a
and-
relatively
and-
stable
and
one.
then with the other wheel.
No, you already rolled. That's you
Okay,
got.
the other wheel.
Yeah.
I don't do real good.
I thought you used both wheels for stability.
Oh, I was
just-
using
yeah.
wheelbarrows. Use one.
I know, but I thought you were making it
A
2
cart,
wheels.
more like a cart.
And we put the 3 bodies,
Two-wheel
the
cart.
4 bodies on it, you know,
One
three.
cart, one body.
One body, 3 live ones.
The 3 live can walk. And we
George,
can
Paul,
actually push
John.
them.
Okay, but so
It's
the dead bodies on the
Yeah.
cart for sure.
Yes.
This one was Pete.
Then is there enough room for another
Big
one
best.
to ride for a while?
Yeah. Say again.
How many people could fit on this cart and
Good
us
question.
carry it?
I
Because
think
I'm
all with them. That's it.
good. I get all of them on the
You
cart,
walk, they ride.
and then exactly that's what I'm looking to do. So
They ask for
take time.
food.
Food?
Yeah.
Give them rations and tell them
Survival.
a little bit.
14.
For what?
Survival. It's
Yeah,
supposed to.
food.
Find some berries.
Survival's supposed to provide enough food for the
Oh, if you're
party.
gonna go hunting and stuff.
It's
Okay.
just survival.
We have
It's the
our
skill's supposed to
normal
provide enough food
rations,
for the party.
and I tell them just a little bit right now. Wait a while and have some more, but don't scarf it down.
So you give them some of the rations. Some of your
Yeah.
rations.
They're not the greatest in the world, but they're full of nutrition and energy. But
And while he's talking,
they're not famed for.
he's talking about the nutritional benefits
Yeah.
of iron
Yeah,
rations. I disappear into the mist.
You guys
And-
are on
and-
your way
and-
back. Is that what
and-
you're
yeah.
doing?
Yes.
Okay.
and-
He
and-
brings back a small deer. That's the only one you could find.
As you're talking about the nutritional benefits of iron rations, you see me come up next to you carrying a deer on my shoulders.
So let's
I
get farther away
I
before
flop
we
it
mess
onto
with it.
the new cart.
It weighs like just a 60-pounder.
What are you gonna do with this deer?
We're gonna kiss it.
I mean,
You got
how
all these
long's it
people-
back-
you got
how
all
long's
these
it back-
people.
How long is it back to you?
He says, "You clean it, I catch
How
it."
far do we get back to town?
No,
Remember, it's a two-day. Yeah.
You have a bunch of people to feed. There's food.
Yeah,
you cook
we have to.
this
We still have to take
If
camp tonight.
if I caught it, if somebody else
How-
cleans it,
You
I'll
guys
cook
are
it.
gonna ding
real-
tonight.
I don't
real
mind
question.
catching and cooking.
How long does it take to field dress a deer?
The first
About an
time.
hour.
Hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
And give me a survival roll. Who has you're proficient in survival? You cut it. You want to clean it?
Kind of somebody else would clean it. I don't mind cooking.
Who has
Let somebody else clean
survival.
it.
anybody else has
I
survival?
have +3 survival.
Are you proficient? All right, roll, and we'll see how many.
Well, Ed's +2. He can help you.
You're gonna help him clean the deer. All right.
I don't think you have to be proficient to roll just to assist.
Guidance,
All right.
and he's gonna assist.
Good thing it wasn't a 1. You get a +3, right? Plus
10 +3 is 13 +2 is 15.
we don't get to add his
No.
+2.
This way you got the.
13.
You do he does an acceptable job. It's not gonna spoil. Maybe he didn't get every last bit of meat, but he got enough.
I
primarily to cut down
just
on the
talked you
weight.
through the first
Yeah,
time.
when you
It
get
wasn't
rid of
a
the
great
inner
job,
guts
but it
and
was a
skin,
good first job.
head.
I'm more worried about the guts. The skin is more work than it's worth. That's why I said field dress. You got it.
You got it
clean
so it doesn't spoil their meat.
Yeah. Slice it down the middle and pull
Yeah.
out everything in the middle,
Yep.
and go from there.
Meat's on the menu, boys.
And put it right on top of the guts.
Once it's done bleeding out, and I get the
Chop
fire
his head
started.
off.
No, we're not going to cook it till tonight.
Okay, I like to roll to see how many deer tech spiders will end up with Lyme disease.
You're gonna get Lyme
There's a
disease.
lot. There are usually quite a few. They usually
Thankfully,
litter the
Lyme
hide.
disease doesn't exist on this world. Thank God. It's one of the
We
things of
don't
fantasy
be,
I
we
don't want
don't
to
be
bring over there.
afflicted too.
Not bringing it in.
Hits too close to home.
I know, man. I'm sorry. All right. Well,
Right, so it's uneventful, you
Now,
guys.
do we have a rough idea what time of day it is when we leave the cave?
Good question.
let's roll.
We weren't in there that long. Well,
You
we were
weren't.
for the hour rest.
I mean, is
I
it?
think it's
we-
going to be a while. I'm going to move things.
Let me think about it.
I mean, what we still have a couple hours of traveling time.
Yeah, because, well, you got there.
Just roll time of day, Doc.
You got there and it was already in the later part of the day, but I'm going to say it's the early evening, so you maybe can squeeze a couple hours away to
Okay.
get away.
Just get some distance. This is the
Yeah.
main thing I'm worried about.
That's good.
It's
21 o'clock?
20,
No,
19,
that's not what you were
21,
I don't know what you're going for.
2100 hours,
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock at night.
It's about when you want to stop.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
9 o'clock at night?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we
Not
have-
when you get out, it wasn't 9, it was maybe 7. So you could
Okay.
do about 2 hours and then you have to camp because it's way
Yeah.
too dark.
So there you go.
Yeah.
So we get 2 hours of travel time,
Right.
and we break for camp. So he goes.
He got a deer in the meantime, so we'll go ahead and set a fire and put up a spit and
Is it okay
roast
if I
that
take
deer
off my
over.
friggin' armor now and get a sleep? in?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
So you guys get to ding.
Yay! Ed, would you like me to ding you?
Ding me, baby.
I can't,
What do you mean you can't?
because I don't have access to the build-up part of your character, I don't think.
I thought I'd give you all access.
No. Let me see. Well, let me see. Hold on. Level 1.
Okay.
Let's see if I can do it here.
Normal travel is 3 miles an hour. Slow travel is 2 miles an hour.
About 4
Oh
miles
yeah, we
in.
don't get
Yeah,
much.
you're probably slow
Slow,
traveling.
so call it. We got 4 miles from the cave.
Yeah. I'm sure if you push it, you could probably get back the next day. If you push it hard.
Okay.
Because you're going to be on the good road when you after.
I don't think it's letting me. So I got to set you. Well, let me see. Let me see if it sets you actually. It does level 2.
No.
Let me see features and traits. See if you have anything. You got expertise now.
Oh, excellent.
Thieves King, come here. Bonus action on your turn for dash, disengage, or hide now.
Okay.
Bonus on dash.
Okay.
Yeah.
Once we get to the camp, I'm going to use my
What was the last one?
my healing spell on the
Disengage.
most injured of them.
And hide.
Admittedly, it's kind of random, I suspect. And that'll actually give him 9 hit points, so that's probably full strength for them.
Who was the most dinged up?
Of the prisoners.
Oh yeah, they're commoners, so
Yeah, that,
they almost explode from positive energy, overhealed.
They or one?
Well, at one point in the time, one person.
yeah.
That was 3.5. Is that the one you could kill people from overhealing them? I
Yeah,
forgot.
it's 3-5.
Remember that? I don't know if you played 3.5.
If I did, it wasn't very long, because I don't remember.
It was an edition for a long time.
No,
though.
I had a big gap where I didn't play until a few years ago.
We played 3-5 for
A long
10,
time.
15 years. Long time, man.
2.0 was the one I never
Would
played.
any of them need my medicine or healing skills?
Yeah,
That probably can help with some of the
yeah.
cooking.
Ooh, look, I
or-
got spells now.
I'd take a look.
I want to have a discussion with
2
him.
spells.
Oh.
Yeah.
I want to have a discussion with him.
Who
when you
has 2
sleep.
spells? No, who has?
I do.
Okay. Are there any of them healing spells?
If I so choose.
You're like a spontaneous caster. You have to pick your spell for the day, right? I think warlocks are the ones that don't have to pick their spell, right?
Correct.
Right. Warlocks have a very limited number of spells and a very limited number of slots. They do recharge after a short rest.
Right.
That's their big thing.
Right.
And clerics and paladins have to choose the spells they have for the day, but then they can mix and match.
That's correct.
Right.
You can choose. You can cast one spell 3 times if you have that many slots. You only have to memorize it 1 time.
And what What level is fly? Is it a 3rd level spell? So whenever you get to a level that you're gonna be able to normally would be able to cast fly, then you're probably gonna be able to use the hammer. Maybe you like if you use a channel divinity and use that as the currency for it.
You got a few levels to figure out the metrics.
Right. Yep. But I want to talk to him privately because he has a dream session.
You want us to all leave, or you're recording this?
I don't want to make them all leave the
Well,
table.
if we're recording it, we should all get up, except possibly Ed, who's going to be excused. Hey, I'm recording it.
Yeah.
I think if it's only 2 people, then 2 people should leave the room. Why should 4 people
Well,
have to leave?
because
If you want it
it's-
on camera. that's
Because
all.
it's on camera.
Yeah.
Come on, let's get out of here.
All right, hang
How
on.
about the 3 of you? He can stay because he doesn't pay attention anyway.
Yeah.
If you don't mind, can you 3 can
Who's staying?
I'm leaving.
you can stay
No,
just
who is
because you're
staying?
Ed. Huh?
You and Dan?
No.
You and
Tom.
Fly's at 3rd level.
I know, but what level do you get 3rd level?
Round.
3rd level spells are done.
5th?
5th.
Okay.
Yes.
Damn.
So I guess.
All right.
Let me get out of here.
Well, I was saying you could stay if you wanted to, because I know it was awkward for you.
No, my ankles are feeling great.
Cool. Good to hear that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so you fall into a deep, restful sleep when it's your turn to sleep, and first thing you're aware of is thunder and a storm in your sleep. But a lot of people that might be disturbing or scary, but
My
the
connection
Thor
with
is it's divinity. So and then so it's dark and it's storming, and there's flashes of lightning, and then you can see when the thunder or when the lightning goes in the distance, you see a figure outlined, and it's coming closer.
Okay.
And it comes closer, and you're not afraid. And it approaches you, this figure, and it's like at least twice as tall as you. Great outline, and it comes into a closer view, and you see a hugely, bearded man with a hammer, and it's bushy. He has, red hair, red bushy beard,
Okay.
and he has a hammer, and he basically says, "I'm pleased with you, my son." And he says, "Take this." And he holds out a flash. He holds out something you can't tell what is in his hand. He just lets go, and there's in your hand there's like a scrap of parchment that you feel.
Oh, all right.
And as you're doing that, he gently taps you on the shoulder, and you feel divine energy enter you.
Okay.
And you feel a deeper connection with him at that moment, and you realize that this has opened up your spellcasting abilities.
Lovely.
Yep. And then you wake up. After this happens, there was a flash of thunder again. He's gone, you wake up. And you have a scrap of parchment in your hand.
Okay.
You open it up, and it is brief, what you call a prayer. It's like a short prayer. A prayer parchment. And what it is actually you have spells that require this as like a component. I know I was looking at one of them, and it is called, one of them I know you like, but it's one of the required components is like a scrap of parchment with
Spell
prayers
parchment.
on it.
Okay.
And I know it's one of your first level spells that you may take, so
Okay.
I wanted to provide that to you, but I want you to use that when you cast the spell. You
Okay.
could you could literally when you're holding it in your shield, you could have the parchment in there as well if you want to.
Okay.
But I forgot the spell it was.
Looking
but-
for. I was just looking at the two that I've chosen. Oh, there we go. Yeah, Holy Shield. Shield of Faith. I'm sorry.
Shield of Faith, that's the one.
Yeah,
So if
small,
you want
a
to cast
small
it,
parchment with a bit of holy text written on it.
that's what it is. That came directly from him.
Okay.
And also when you
I'm
wake
going to
up,
find a way to attach that on the inside of my shield so that I can.
Yep. You also notice too, when you wake up from this dream, is that part of your hair is in front of your face, and you can tell that your hair is actually turning red slightly.
Okay.
So,
Where it was just mostly turning gray, now it's going red.
yep, you have.
In one section, like a shock of it kind
Yep.
of thing.
Yep.
Cool.
All right, so that's what I just wanted to do.
Wow. Very nice.
But I do want. I'm trying to. I would like in this campaign to have people. I want to, like Liam does, describe using the components,
Yeah.
casting the spell.
Yeah.
That's
I
what
know
my
what you're
goal
talking
is. So I think it's cool. So
about. Bonus actions: 2 weapon fighting.
Alright guys, this night there were no encounters. Hold on, there's no encounters. You notice when you guys wake up, both he and Al have like shocks of red hair where it was a different color before.
Who does?
I don't.
You and
Me
him.
and you. You and I.
Me and you and me.
Throw the dice.
Toss the dice.
My character's gotten here.
Yeah.
We'll happy together.
Do I detect that it's from my god?
You think it probably is.
I know it is.
Do I detect?
Thor has red hair.
No,
He
he's
does
a
not.
blonde.
He's a blonde.
Or at
Not
least
this Thor.
No,
And my god is Australian. You?
Your god is
I don't
gay.
get it.
Chris Hemsworth? No, actually, he's a kid.
No, in the mythology, he was usually red hair.
Really, Thor?
Yep.
That is so
A
odd.
ginger.
But Norse
Red,
gods-
you know, like Viking red.
He was also a straight man, not the comedian. He was never the comic relief.
Hell no.
Now he's comic relief.
Oh, is he? I don't even know.
Swiss
that from
Army,
the movies?
yeah. Swiss Army United comic relief.
What? Where do you get that from?
The movies.
Okay, the movies.
If you're not following the movies, you don't even need to think about it. It's okay.
This is true.
We don't have to talk.
Yeah, I don't follow. The movies
You
don't count. They could be accurate at some point, but they don't count.
I'll thank you.
The real stuff is
They're,
from the real myth.
they're considered canon.
What?
I would
In
like
Marvel.
you to help me out. You got the abilities to craft stuff, right?
I made things.
I have this parchment right here that I need for casting sometimes. I need to have this attached like on the inside of my shield.
Divine
So
That's a beautiful parchment.
Is that divine sense?
And you want me to glue it to the inside of your shield?
something.
I recommend a 2-part epoxy.
We don't have epoxy. You son. We don't have
I
epoxy.
think you're talking about universal something or other.
You
Solvent.
wanna-
Universal
Hey.
solvent. But
I like to roll
That's a
bullshit.
thing.
I can roll
Yeah,
bullshit,
but
guys.
Roll an
solvent's not
insight
what you
check.
want. Well, if anything, you want the glue part of it, the sovereign glue, not the universal.
Oh. Oh yeah, the solvent's the opposite, isn't it?
I rolled a natural 20.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. Right here.
Well, but with advantage, but with the you didn't have.
Industrial glue, strong stuff. As I'm holding up the
Fine,
Marine
I'll roll.
Blues Brothers.
The most we have a deer. Let's take the fat, render it down, and then add lye. We can get the lye from the limestone right here, process it down, and it won't take more
Where do
than
you
a
see
few
limestone?
hours.
Where do you
It's
see
right over
limestone?
here on the
Maybe it's
outcrop.
not here. Maybe you're just saying that to put you.
Roll an investigation if you really want to know if there's any.
I like to roll bullshit on
Oh,
limestone.
survival. Yeah.
12.
You may smell something.
You roll survival and see if there's limestone.
So what I'm hearing
In
is
the
you want to
area.
make soap.
No.
So
That's
we
what
can
I'm
bathe.
hearing.
Well, lye is part of soap,
Huh?
right?
Glue.
I didn't see it
Yeah,
right
yeah.
here, but
He's
I know
just
it's somewhere. I know it's somewhere.
Yeah,
it's not
3,000
right
clicks that away.
here. If you don't start looking for
Clicks,
it,
man.
you
We don't
find
use
it.
we don't use
Well,
metric
maybe
here.
I'll
This
do it
is
myself.
What
I'll
is
down-
it?
1,000 legs.
I just need this parchment attached to my shield so it doesn't get torn, doesn't get worn.
You might do better to have it, the spell engraved in
Since
there.
you and I are brothers in
No, it has to be the
Thor, I'll
parchment
do it
itself.
for you. I'll do it for you.
What are you going to do?
Whatever you're gonna do, I don't want none of it.
Thou shalt not spit on my parchment.
Pretty much.
That was just an idea, sir. He
Not a
has
good
limestone.
Oh,
He's
I'll
like,
begin rendering the fat. Whenever we find the limestone, we can
Is it
finish
the
it
next
a
day?
little.
The next morning?
It's the next morning. No encounters.
Next morning,
You
so
guys
let's-
all dinged.
We're going to head back to Silver
I
Creek.
get
If you didn't know that, you do.
I suggest we head to Silver Creek and just protect the scroll till we get these guys
Maybe
back.
so. Oh, maybe the
Silver Run.
midwife could help us out.
Silver.
Somebody.
Somebody,
Oh,
you
as-
know what? Maybe that's a great idea.
As we roll along, I like to talk because I put my gear on, my armor on, and then as we're going
Hold on.
back. Go ahead.
It's still raining. So
Okay.
you guys are fairly miserable.
And I help you out with your armor.
On
You're fairly miserable
on
back.
today's
Make sure it's
path,
extra
I'd like
tight.
to look for the limestone.
Sure. He scouts around.
13.
Let me tell
He gets lost.
you do not find any.
I like the midwife
Finds-
idea
Now,
anyways.
how much healing did we get overnight? Any?
One hit die.
One hit
What?
die.
No, we got the hit die back.
Yeah.
But or is
I'm
there-
gonna give you. Okay, if that
Oh, that's a
didn't
good question.
bring you further than half, you're at half.
Well, you
Oh,
gave,
so we're all hit die to add, and then
well, I had 8
Okay,
hit points.
I just-
If you spin the
Yeah.
hit die, then it makes more sense. You have to spin the
But
hit die.
you should have
Right.
leveled, and that will also give you more hit points
so
with the new level.
we did level.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Do we want to do fixed or you want to chance it with hit dice?
I'm doing fixed.
Fixed.
I just fixed.
Okay, we'll do fixed.
But my question is, I had 8 points before I went to bed.
And what was your total?
10.
Okay.
Do I get 2 points back overnight? Can I heal that much?
No, you roll your hit die. Did you roll it already?
No.
But that doesn't count for using your hit
You're
die.
at D8 now.
Oh, yeah?
I'm not exactly sure how that works, but
So you get that
It-
plus your
it-
con
It
mod.
does, but it counts for yesterday's hit
You get
die.
that plus your con mod.
okay.
Any unused from the day before
Okay.
you use
I'm
that.
full up at second
See how
level.
that works?
I'm full.
Yeah, see how that works?
Yeah. But I have no more hit dice.
You're
So we
bolstered
take
with
a-
confidence
we take a
and
rest
power.
then?
Both of you felt a
Overnight.
surge in power.
Long rest overnight.
Good.
You got 17 hit points
And
now.
you think you've...
So do I.
I love that.
Now the nice part is where that
I got
throws
17 hit points.
spells.
Did you get it? What do you get at second?
Lots.
You do?
Do you really?
No, yeah, that's where everything kicks in.
Yep.
I get my invocations.
Oh.
I get another spell slot, another known spell.
But it's still level
The main
1.
thing is he gets the 2
Yeah.
invocations. For
Yeah.
example,
Eldritch Blast,
yes.
Don't you
Eldritch
have-
Spear, or Agonizing Blast.
Don't you have rituals now? Al?
You can do both.
You know you can do
to,
those.
Don't you have to... You have to obtain rituals. How does that
No,
work?
you get ritual
If-
casting
for
per
if
level.
you know, if you're looking for rituals,
As a
that's different than invocations. The
talking-
topic was invocations.
I
However,
guess
if we're
this was
talking,
crosstalk.
then if we're talking about
This was crosstalk.
then clerics, all they got to do is get a woody, and they can pray a ritual every day and use as many as they got hours. Wizards, on the other hand, have to find it
They have to find
and
the spell
scribe it
scroll.
into their book. Once they've done so, anytime that they have an extra 10 minutes or an hour, depending on which spell and what level or blah blah blah, they can cast that. But they have to find it first.
Alright.
So if
Like I said,
if
it's
a cleric
raining.
doesn't have the right spells, he says, "Let's get a long rest," and then tomorrow he comes back with the spells he needs. The wizard's saying, "Well, that's a neat trick."
I don't have that one yet.
Yeah.
Can I borrow your book?
Has anyone ever heard of Destructive Wrath?
Yes.
Destructive
Sounds good.
wrath.
Yeah, what does that do?
Yeah.
'Cause I can't find the spell anywhere.
Maybe it's in Xanthar's.
Well, it's probably Tempest Cleric.
Where you
Tempest Cleric is in one of these other
Player's
books.
Handbook, right here. I have
Yeah,
it right
it is
here.
in there. Yeah.
But
Oh, if that's in the player's handbook, it should be.
Yes.
it should be in Player's Handbook. Destructive Wrath. Now, I see Destructive Wave
Where,
But that I
show
get-
me where you're getting destructive. Where are you getting it from?
right there.
Is this a spell or a
Destructive
feature?
wrath. See,
This is a feature. So
And
let's.
see
So this is a
rules.
feature. So
right
where,
here,
where,
right here, Tempest. Tempest. Go ahead and see it.
Divine Strike.
Where?
That's 8th level. Wrath of the Storm. What level are you talking about?
I have it. It says destructive.
domain, that's not
destructive
you.
wrath.
Human.
Not wave.
Human Haunted
Tempest.
1. Commoner's Archetype.
Channel Divinity.
Tempest.
Destructive Wrath. There it is. It says it right here, man. Right in the description.
Where is it?
What
Page 62. During its second level, you can use Channel Divinity to wield the power of Storm. When you roll
Here it
lightning or
is.
thunder damage, you can use your Channel Divinity to deal maximum damage instead of rolling.
Oh, there you go. You
Oh.
No more rolling. So next time I choke you out, you just say I'll do max.
Oh, and I can just hit you from that.
Yeah, I just do
That's
max.
right.
I forget
Do you have,
rolling.
how many spells do you have or effects that do lightning or thunder damage?
I have the
A lot
Thunder
more-
Wave?
A lot more tomorrow.
I have lightning. I have thunder. That's with the D8. If the creature attacks me, remember that one goblin hit
Right.
me?
I got.
I use it against them. Yeah.
Yep.
So that's
Don't you have
2d8.
Thunder Wave as
So
well?
that'd be 16. And I have thunder wave.
All clerics get all the spells if they choose.
So that's
Well, he
16.
should have access to extra because Fog, Cloud, and Thunderweave I don't think are normal cleric spells.
No, they're not.
No.
I do have it.
Each
yeah.
spell, cleric domain gets domain-specific spells to
Look.
expanded slots.
Fog Cloud, Thunder Wave. I have it there. I ran out of spell slots because I used it for healing.
The bonus spells that they get
Mhm.
don't benefit from the feature they get.
What? It
The-
definitely
the
would.
fe-
Thunder
the-
Wave, he
that's
would get
right.
it.
Thunder Wave is one of the bonus.
Yes.
I don't know
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
that is.
Oh, okay.
Right
That
here.
comes from Wizard.
Yes.
Fog
Oh.
Fog
By the
Cloud,
way,
and Thunder
folks, I
Wave.
want to announce that we now have somebody named Torchlock following us.
Nice.
Awesome.
Thank you, Torchlock.
Hey,
Thank you.
Torchlock.
And Rick.
Ah.
And not Rick. Thank you.
And Rick, not Rick.
Rick, not Rick.
But that's it. That's right.
Just
That's what
happened now, huh?
That's what nailed you guys.
Yeah, that was fun.
That
Um,
was hilarious.
I'm also going to add
Good stuff.
to your list Thunderwave because of
So now
Thor.
could you take 16
Thunderwave.
If you want to take Thunderwave, you can. As a-
Okay.
3 times?
Not sure how I'll add that in
Okay.
D&D Beyond, but I'll figure
I
it out
know.
Even
later.
with your phone.
He's used it because it's
Yeah,
it's Thor.
blank
It's a
AoE.
storm thing. Yeah.
I do that one round. Usually that only works once a round.
Yeah.
We just won't play that.
You just won't fight each other.
We'll both team up on.
Oh, my kid.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Tom knows right away I pointed at him. He knows right away. I see the smile coming over his mouth. All right, so how do you guys? So I start talking to the guys.
Well, before you do, how many channel divinities do you get a day?
My wisdom mod.
Yeah, right.
My wisdom mod. My
Which
wisdom
is like 3?
plus 3. Yes, sir.
That's pretty nice. 3 times he doesn't even have to roll. It just says max damage.
Yeah.
Baby.
Yeah, just like your.
That's awesome.
Like your thing that you had 3 times.
Yeah, it's just like that.
Rub it in. Rub it in.
But listen, as we go on,
I'm going to cast that right now.
I like to talk
I'm
to
going to
them.
cast Divine Sense right now, make sure none of our prisoners are...
That's a very good use for it, and none of them turn up.
I start talking to them. I
It
say,
actually was a good use of it.
I say, where do you guys live in the town? I tell them the town we're going to, and
What town are you going to?
Silver
Bell, Silver Springs.
Run.
Yep. Only one of them is.
Okay.
That's George.
The one, George.
Where do
George,
you?
hold on, I got something important. George, I need a copper piece. Does somebody hold a copper piece?
Oh yeah, he has that. Cause they pay you when you're.
Yeah, they don't
slave.
pay you when you're a slave.
You don't have a
I-
single
from-
copper?
I like to roll bullshit.
No, of course he doesn't.
No coppers.
He's
No,
17
No,
for bullshit.
you guys
You're-
picked up a whole bunch of them.
You got a bunch. I knew it. You got a bunch of hobos and
Hobos.
homeless people.
As has a copper.
Why did you pick up
Yeah, and
a
you guys
bunch of
haven't split
homeless?
anything, yeah.
They are horrible clients.
They're good drinkers.
As
Like-
has...
Homeless people are great drinkers, but they're horrible clients. He doesn't even have a copper piece.
Yeah. We don't get. Helping people is your reward.
For what?
I don't know. You're the kung fu master.
job well
going
done.
from town to
What
town.
kung fu's?
Helping people.
I'm not helping nobody.
Yeah. That's it. Evident.
It's not,
It's
it's
not like
That's
Scientology. They wouldn't give these
It's more
guys
like,
the time of day.
It's more like Kung Fu.
Hong Kong Fooey. So what? As I-
Inspector
so where do you
Clouseau,
guys come from? The other 3 that Oh, the other two.
The other guy.
That makes more sense.
The other guy, John and Paul. Both of them are from Cliffview, and they're
Oh.
miners. They work for one of the local mines, and their caravan. They say was
Well-
attacked, and they were captured.
We're gonna get you guys to Silver Run.
Insight? Is any of these guys BSing anything?
Hey, why are you always walking next to me?
What'd you
when
get?
I'm talking to you guys? Shouldn't you be down ahead
Huh?
like 300?
He doesn't want you to hear.
I'm listening. You stop yelling at me for listening.
Did you roll? Did you hear?
Yeah, I rolled 18.
No, I forgot what you were trying to do.
I
Oh,
asked
insight them. You don't sense any deception.
Alright.
I asked the two that work for the mining company.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna get you guys to Silver. All three. We're gonna get you guys to Silver Run. We have a apothecary there. She'll heal you guys up, and then you guys. can
Sir,
go
thank
over
you
there.
so
And
much.
it's raining
I just knew I was
and
going to
muddy,
die
and
there,
the cart's getting to be a pain in the ass to pull.
and it is
You
raining.
know what?
You guys are miserable.
I walk over to each one of them, lay on hands, 2, 2, 2. You guys are gonna have to walk. This is getting too difficult.
Okay, sir.
They get out, splish splash. One of them has a brand new pair of Jordans on, his courtesy of him.
I take my
The other guys
umbrella out
were-
and I open it up and I say, hold this over my head.
Due to training, my feet are
And you're-
pretty tough, so
We'll get there.
it doesn't really bother me. But
This
it
is
looks,
part of your training.
It looks a little out of place. That
It does.
I've got a nice vest on and a coat, and then an overcoat, a nice pair of slacks, and no socks and shoes.
So is this a pull cart or a
course.
push cart? What is
It's
it?
a pole.
Yeah.
It's a pull.
Mhm.
Who's pulling the cart today?
I got my own.
Huh?
I'll pull.
The reason we know about it is with my cart. I have all my tools.
Well, these guys walking at this point?
Yes.
Okay,
can
no,
walk.
all right.
You have another.
They've been
cup.
fed last night.
I
Today they
take-
got healed.
I-
And last night they also healed up a hit die. So.
I take the board.
With the 2 hit points plus the last, they're pretty good shape.
They're doing all right.
You know, they're doing
Yeah.
pretty good.
If it's possible,
Get
but
them to rotate carrying,
Darren,
Yes.
pulling the cart with Pete on it.
I like
Yeah.
to take my hammer, unhook the board that has the mining company's name on it, take that with us and leave the rest of the cart there.
What about Pete?
Okay.
Huh?
What
Pete.
about Pete?
No,
Oh, Pete.
You gonna
Yeah.
drag him in the mud?
no. Hey, did anybody here know this guy?
I don't
Yeah,
know
he
anyone
worked-
here. I don't know any of you.
No, you.
Yeah, they knew him. They said he was also one of the miners.
So he has family in town, probably.
And we have more. You know that you
Probably.
realize that there were guys mining downstairs. The only reason we couldn't was because we were too sick to move.
Oh,
We're lucky
sure.
that they didn't slit our throats.
Yeah, I know.
We're probably going to be in the chamber
We're gonna
pot
go back.
before long.
Yeah.
Not
Well,
chamber
we'll
pot.
go-
I mean
we'll
the
go
dinner
back.
pot.
George, we just want to get you to
Well,
safety.
you'll be in the chairman pot a little
We
while
made a
after that.
promise to your
Yeah,
president.
probably.
So
Yeah.
we want to
Get
just
these
He
guys
says,
back
you know,
to
our
town.
guys
We're
are
gonna
still
get back.
slaving down
We
there.
can
They
probably
have
get a few
people down there.
horses this
Yeah.
time.
Unfortunately, we're gonna have to leave them to their own devices because that's more than even our party our size can handle.
You know, what we should do is seal up the tunnels so they don't use this as a base to raid nearby villages
You're
or
a sick
farms.
bastard. You're a
Just
sick
seal it
bastard.
up. And if you got any chlorine, we'll set up big buckets and it's heavy. The chlorine gas will go down and wipe them all out.
I don't know what he's talking
I don't know
about.
what he's talking about.
Says
but
that, from what
I
I've
can
seen, you
roll a,
guys
uh,
decimated those guys.
Divine sense on him.
He detects.
I already did that.
On him.
You're back one before
That
I got
kind of-
nerfed.
I did like 4 or 5 times on him. It didn't make any difference.
That kind
Didn't
of-
change.
So
Yeah,
we
they say that it looked like you decimated them to me. I mean, they saw dead bodies everywhere.
so we get,
Oh yeah,
A
but
lot
we
of
were
them
out
were
of
never even
resources.
searched.
so we get back to the town. And
Well, no, you have to.
We're still
Oh, that's
walking.
right. You'll get there.
This
You
is
have
day
to.
2.
You have to push it yourselves, but you
Yeah.
cross the river without incident. It's a little bit deeper, but you get across. And it's still raining. You guys are miserable, dirty. You're all filthy,
I'm
dirty.
not much at taking chances, so when we get to the river,
You
if you
let
guys
someone else
don't
go
mind,
first?
I got a block and tackle, and I'm just going to hook that up to make sure that we don't lose the carts down the river. And then I'll willy.
You know what? You can let this cart go. I'll just carry this guy for the rest of the way.
And I
I'll
just
walk
took
over the
board-
cart, put him up over my shoulder, and I
And I just
start
took the
walking
board
across the river.
that had the mining company's name.
And I'm going to have you do a what do we do?
Strength check.
Endurance check. What is that called? Just a strength saving throw
Yeah.
to see how you can make it. How
should
Plus
be.
3 strength. I don't know.
That's pretty good.
17.
So you feel invigorated from your experiences recently,
Been
and
a good walk.
And you he powers through like it's nothing. He's walking with this big head, this dead body on his shoulder. The guy was probably a 6-footer. He's not a small guy that was dead, and
What are you doing with him?
I'm going to take him up to the mining company as soon as we get there.
Oh.
That's
So-
their
That's right.
responsibility.
They're probably guild members. They'll probably pay you for return. It's smart.
I don't know about that.
So when we get into
They don't
town,
have deposits on them.
when we
No
get into
deposit,
town,
no return.
No, but they have insurance. It's one of
First
the
thing we do
things.
when
No,
we get to
they'll
town.
see it gets to his
Well,
family.
we're not there
Yeah.
yet.
Oh.
They'll
Let me
see
know.
it gets to his family. I mean, this whole point behind this.
Yeah, there'll be a reward for that.
So it takes you like an extra half an hour for him to make sure everything is safe, but you get across. Roll me a d20. Don't roll like a 1. Don't roll a 1.
Roll one.
Nope, it fell off the table, so it doesn't count. It's not a 1. All right. Took an extra half an hour, but he got the stuff across. And you guys continue. So you left the other cart near where the
Well,
Ford
just,
was,
yeah, we just took
and
the
he's
plane.
schlepping the guy, and he's.
I don't get up to the mining company yet. I stop at the
Well-
boarding house.
Well, you guys haven't gotten there yet.
Okay. All right.
That's what I was going to describe the rest. So just let me check on
Very
something.
good. Still raining.
Make sure, see if you guys die on the way back. Okay. All right.
That
So
would suck.
it goes back
100 feet out.
uneventful.
Oh, okay.
So and it is full dark by the time you guys are marching up and you see lights of the town.
Yeah, like
The
I was
small
going to
town.
survival and not get lost, but if we see the lights,
No, because you
never
were.
mind.
It was like a pretty marked trail right across the creek. So you
We're here.
or the river. So you made it. You guys are pretty miserable though. You guys are all wet, muddy, filthy.
So we go to the midwife's house. At least I do.
I don't. The first thing I do is I carry the body up to the boarding house, bang on the door. I'm looking for Henry to come out, and if he doesn't, I'll go in and get him.
All right. So
Did I take?
no one
George?
comes, but the door is open. Itself.
I open the door and walk up.
All
Walk
right.
up
So
to where I
you.
know his room was.
Henry's dead. Slit his throat.
All right, so no one comes to the door, so you walk up. You walk up the stairs, trailing mud and water up there, and you walk up to the
Okay.
door where
I
where
left the
Fred
body
was.
sitting on the front porch.
Okay.
He's a barbarian.
No, I'd rather go with him than these other folks. It's more interesting. So I'm going to go with him. When he leaves the body on the front porch, it just doesn't seem polite. So I will pick up the body and follow him.
Oh, so he's schlepping the body up there.
What the
Okay.
hell? I'm glad he's with you.
He bumps the wall, and there's like a blood mark on the wall from the body.
His
Well,
head's
I'm
like
looking
a
for his
friggin'
room.
bone. Whose room?
His room.
You know,
You don't-
the person I'm holding.
well, you won't find it here
I'm
probably.
looking for whatever. If he was living here, I'm looking for whatever room he'd like to sleep in.
Watch for.
He's sleeping permanently.
I'm going to
But-
be looking for
Master
the guild.
bedroom.
All right. So you go up and you know where Fred's door is. So
Yeah, I knew where Henry's door was because he was given his own room, if you remember correctly. I paid for it.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Remember that?
He paid for that guy to take care of him.
Yep.
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 So
You knocked on the door.
No, I just opened the door to Henry's room. Unless it's locked or whatever.
It is locked.
Bam, bam, bam. Henry, come on out.
I noticed this happening with the bam, bam, bam.
Oh, Mallory, it's you! You hear him say. So you hear him get
Gather your
up
things. We're
and come out, and he opens the door.
I work my way over with the corpse.
You could tell he was going to embrace you, but he backs off when he sees you.
I'm like, I just turn around and say, here, fix this buckle on the right. And he does. This is his job.
He'd
you know.
adjust it, you mean?
And while he comes out to do that, I slip by, and in the room he was occupying, I very politely put the body and
No, what are you doing? Stop
cover it
that.
up with
No.
blankets.
I walk back in and I hoist it back over my shoulder. I don't care.
It's all wrapped in blankets.
It
now
doesn't
for you.
matter. I still pick him up and I take the blankets off because that belongs to the boarding house.
It was just you're just dragging just a dead body. You're not gonna
Yes,
wrap
I'm
it in
taking it up to the
blankets.
mining company. This is his family's responsibility. They belong to him. The mining company will see that he gets deposited to the correct
I've
place.
already dropped the body on here. Look at
Doesn't
this.
matter.
The blood's going to be on
Now-
there.
now I've
So
got it.
Adriana comes up.
By this
she
time,
comes
he's not
out.
bleeding.
Yeah, Adriana
After-
comes up.
after a
What's all
couple
this
of days,
commotion out
yeah,
here?
he's the
And
one
she
with the body on his
gasps when
shoulder.
she sees you with a dead body.
We rescued some folks from the
My
mine.
Blood all over the wall.
She's looking
bed.
at. Oh Oh my God.
Sorry about the mess. Flipper us
Well,
over.
I am glad that you're back.
And I'm here to pick up Henry and be on our way. So, Henry,
And
make sure you get everything that your belongings. Pack them up. We're leaving.
Okay, so he does so.
All right.
At this point, I make it to.
Now, it's late at night, right?
It's night. It's like 9 o'clock.
So you may not want to leave immediately, but I'm gonna go find the guild.
The Guildmaster shop, of course, it's closed.
Yeah.
Everything is closed, but the inn and the boarding house.
Okay, I just figured I'd check anyway. Then I'm gonna go try and find out where the guildmaster is, or whatever his actual name is.
So where are you gonna go to? You're gonna
Well, if the inn and the
inn.
tavern are the only ones open, start.
All right. So
Start
you
with
walk
the
in.
inn.
You see the same guy in there. Blas is his name, and he's back there. Ah, welcome back.
No, we've made
You
it.
look like shit.
What's
We're in
the
better
name
shape
again?
than some of the folks we
Silver
left behind,
Run.
and some of the ones
Yeah,
we brought
because
back.
you're all dripping wet and filthy. And
You know where I can find Langdalen or the guildmaster?
the Guildmaster, I'm sure he's just gone home for the night.
Yeah, the guild office is closed, but I think it's appropriate that we talk to them now.
Well, if you go around the back of the building and there's a stairway, he lives on the top. It's one of those kind of shops.
Okay. And that's at the guild hall?
Yeah, if you go around the side, there's a
Is that
ladder.
Langdalen or the guildmaster?
The Guildmaster Lane,
Okay.
that's his name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't realize.
Yeah.
Okay. And I said, all right, I'll head back there. And when I get there, do I notice an upstairs light on?
You do, but I want to ask about you two guys. Where are you guys going to be?
I knocked the door on the midwife.
Also closed.
I know. She lived there.
Maybe.
I'm hanging out
I
with
think you
these
said
guys.
she did.
I know
I'm
she
not
lived
splitting the party.
there. Are you
It's
still?
already split. Who are you going to hang out with then?
Just go back to
Because
mine
he's
by
in one
yourself.
place, she's in one, they're in another.
Wait,
You
wait,
should
wait.
go-
You should go in your own direction
Oh,
for
okay.
one night,
Everybody should just run off.
and then then we go completely.
I think we
different
wanted
directions.
to at least
What's the worst
get
that
some
can
food.
The
happen?
light comes on and a candle you can tell gets turned up
Good.
after a few moments.
I'll be with Al.
Okay. So you guys knock on the door, it takes a few tries, and then you see
Candygram from Mongo.
a faint light in the distance. You can tell it increases like someone turned up a
lantern.
lantern.
Oh.
So
This.
in a few
It's
minutes
me.
you hear in a few moments you hear some light footsteps and you see like a little thing open. Who's here?
It's George and Cal.
What? She says, George?
We got your cousin.
And George is there. He is
And
cousin,
George-
and she like
I hold
She
up
lights
his
up.
hand and then let it.
You're
drop.
not here,
he's
man.
not dead.
Oh, I'm
You're
sorry.
not here. I
You
don't want
came
you.
with
No,
me.
no, that's all
He's
right.
like,
I
oh,
can't embarrass you both at the same time.
He's not above. So she lights up and she opens up the door and she runs out and hugs
Hey.
him. She doesn't care how wet he is. Cousins, man.
Wet, dirty,
Keep it in the
smelly.
family. Yeah.
Anyway, I single-handedly saved him.
Oh my. You're staying here.
Yeah,
And she
please
brings
feel-
him
feel-
inside.
They ran away like a bunch of squeaking little girls. I single-handedly fought off the horde of goblins.
You roll a deception
I don't
check.
think George might have something to say about that.
Oh,
Can
you're
you roll
trolling-
deception?
You're trolling me.
Is that a 17?
That's a 17.
If
Oh my
you're gonna tell
God,
a
you
lie,
are
at least
such a
it's good
hero.
And,
She practically swoons.
that's what it's going for.
Work. She crushes on it.
Yeah, she swoons on him.
So, no, me and my
The
friend.
way
And
he
she's
said
a talented
The way
lady.
he said it sounded like the truth, even though you know better.
Well, maybe
And
Let George know.
George
better.
kind of grins. He doesn't say anything
He
for
did?
now.
17's a pretty good
Anyway,
set.
Yeah.
I will leave you, madam, along with your cousin. I'm sure you have a lot to catch up on. we do have to go back. Me and my friends have to go back to the mine to rescue. There's more down there.
Oh my God.
But if you could possibly help us with your great heal potions that came in handy this past time.
I think it's the least I could do. Come back tomorrow. I'll
Yes.
probably be up all night now. I won't be able to sleep.
Thank you.
George, let me go dry
I
your
give her a
bath.
bow
She's.
and I walk
Would
home.
you, would you
She
like,
says
do
come
you-
back
do you-
tomorrow.
do you need
How they
my
needed
assistance
you.
from
No.
the evening?
You're not
I'm
there.
willing to help.
Why are you even there, man?
Oh,
Why
he's
are
not
you
there.
even there?
Because
Because you want to
You're
hang out.
So
with
George
I
goes
want
in
to
there.
teleport.
hang out with me.
She
I
tells
want
you
teleport.
to. She tells you
You
to
know
check
what's
back.
with me? Him.
She says come back at 9.
And he didn't even. And when I told
Tomorrow
him that
morning
story,
at
he
9.
didn't even step in and say that's not true.
I was
He
just
didn't,
thinking
he
it in my
just
head.
said-
You assumed as he was.
You swooned.
You're like, yeah, I think it was like that.
I wasn't letting you ruin a good.
Yeah.
I wasn't letting you ruin a good tall tale.
Let's go back. We're gonna go back to the inn. I'll buy you. I'll let you buy me buy the meat. And we'll talk.
Yeah.
So.
Well,
we go
meantime,
back.
okay, so now
Now it's your
I've
Right,
got
so
this
George
dead-
goes in there. She says to come back at like 9 tomorrow morning.
And
All right, so you're
Sonny
over
and I,
there.
Yeah.
Sonny and I go to the inn.
So you're gonna go over to the
I'm going to
inn.
go up. I've gone to the inn. He said I need
There
to
is
go
a
back to
faint
the
light on.
And I head up the stairs and knock on the door and say, hey, Langdon, we're back.
Who's back? The TV people, mommy. Poltergeist.
What are you doing at my door at this time of night? You hear through the door.
Well,
And who the hell are you?
we went looking for the mine. We found some answers.
Oh, you guys. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Give me a minute. So you hear some shuffling in the room.
He's all by himself, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
So the door opens and he has a small lantern in his hand. You're back.
Yeah. We're-
So what happened? Where did
We all
Only
made it
you
back.
made it?
No, we all made it back. We got a couple of people from your company. I think some may be from others, but we couldn't get to the rest of them. But there's apparently a lot alive. John, Paul, and George we brought back. I don't recall which company they're with. We found evidence.
some of the names sound familiar, but
We
there's a lot of mining guys.
did find.
Is there a Ringo?
No. We did recover Pete, but he unfortunately was deceased. We found wrecked carts from Silver Run and from Archfield Silver. So
in the mine.
in the mine, yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Lots of goblins, some other assorted critters. Getting there and getting back isn't particularly difficult, but there's just a lot of going to be a lot of people in there that we need to rescue, and that we're going to need to fight. It's going to take more than 5 or 6 of us simply to get everybody rescued, even if we don't need a lot of people to fight.
Not a lot of manpower in this town.
Yeah, I don't know how much because I don't know how many people expect we haven't really talked to the guys because they were beat to snot, to be nice about it. And apparently, if they were lucky, because if anybody got sick, they were generally killed.
How about this? Give me 15 minutes. Go to the bar. I'll be over. I'll buy you all drinks. You tell me the tale.
Okay.
All right. So he closes the door on you, and
And I head on back to the inn.
okay. So by that time, you guys are probably you got him. You're leaving.
Yeah,
You-
I'm heading up to the mining company.
And you'll probably run into me as you're
Yeah.
coming out there.
He's just walking out
I'm
from
carrying
the
this,
side of the
still
house.
carrying this body, but now I got Henry with me, and he's with us as well.
Yep. And you see him coming out from the
So-
side of the building.
I just got done talking to Langdon. He'll be at the inn in about 15 minutes. I gave him the short version.
Okay.
We need to find someplace a little more dignified for Pete if we can.
Yeah, I don't think leaving him out on the front porch is probably the best idea.
No.
Well, let's let Langland decide what to do with Pete.
Yeah.
He's their responsibility once he arrives at the end.
Do
We've
we
done
have
our-
a cart we can put him in and just so he's not laying on the ground?
Park him in the corner.
Weekend at
We
Bernie's
left
style.
we left the cart
It's been 4 hours.
by the river.
Yeah. But just anybody's, for an hour or two.
Oh. Well, that'll take you into the middle
You know
of the
what?
night. So
I'm gonna stand on the front porch of the inn with Pete on my shoulder.
Okay.
do
When the guy
you-
shows up,
do you have the
he can
supplies
decide
for
what
that?
to do with him.
Okay.
I'll have to quarry them.
You gonna keep Henry with you, or you want him inside,
And
or?
then Henry stays right with
That
me.
doesn't
Okay.
seem like something you want to do
I'll
on
just
a rainy night. After
Grab
you just
him,
walked.
go inside and
Actually, I'll
wait,
have Henry go in and ask for a cup of coffee for me.
or whatever
It
this
doesn't
local
seem like it would
equivalent
probably be
is.
something fun to do tonight.
Hot tea, coffee, whatever it might have.
Cuban coffee.
You
Something
may wanna
warm.
At least talk to him first.
I'm standing here sopping wet and
Maybe
it's starting to get a
somebody
little
gets
cold.
discount wood. Hey, is there a place somewhere we can get some good wood? Maybe a discount, some good wood.
You're only talking amongst yourselves
Pine.
right now.
Wood?
Pine. We need pine.
For what?
Coffin.
What do you need a coffin for? Pete is the responsibility of the mining company. I'm only holding him here until Langdon shows up.
The coffin's very useful for a dead body.
Of course it is, but it's not our responsibility. It doesn't fall to us to have to.
You
Take care of Pete.
You put it on. You put it on.
It's his family's. Okay, this is not ours.
Yeah,
We are
I-
just standing out there.
If he was all I know is
I would
I
imagine it has some sort of a porch. Kind of
I
thing
just
out
hope
front.
that if I die, you can
Not
at least
enough
get
for all
me
of
a
you, no.
coffin. I
If
think
you
for
die,
you,
we'll give you a Norse funeral.
Yeah,
we'll
Viking
send you
funeral.
drift, and we'll shoot you with flame.
And I do
that's
have
noble.
alchemist fire, we can take care of that.
That's what they do.
Yeah.
Now, if we forget to light the arrow,
If you die, we're just gonna let the buzzards eat you. I'm just
But,
saying.
he's with me.
The ravens would be an
They
honor
call-
to
they
be
call
eaten by
that an
ravens
air
as
burial.
Odin's ravens.
If you can meet it, yeah, I head inside.
All right, you go inside
Talk
the
to,
bar.
and the barkeep say, Langland's gonna be here in a few minutes, I'm gonna be and I point at that table, and I point to one close to the fire,
Okay. Yeah.
and with several seats at it. And I just,
No, you start to
I just
relax.
think, maybe I'll just walk him over and sit
Yeah.
him on a seat and do like
Weekend
a
at
weekend at
Bernie's.
Bernie's thing.
Yeah.
find a corner.
Blas is like, what the fuck? He's carrying.
The guy's all bound up in a blanket with a.
Yeah. So you guys all go in and sit by the fire then?
Three
Yeah, I
level
don't know. I
20
got a coffin to
bouncers.
make. It's not going to be the best coffin.
Me and him
because
are
clearly I
sitting
don't
at a
have great
When they
supplies.
walk in,
I'm sorry, I missed that. What?
when me and him went to the inn first, and we were sitting.
Yeah,
at
they
the
did.
table.
They went there.
Okay, so you guys ran. He walked in. You.
I walk in
And
with
I said, I'm gonna join them.
Oh yeah. Okay.
with Pete over my
You're
shoulder.
in there. So and he's out there thinking what?
I'm out there procuring whatever raw materials to producing a crude coffin
Everybody's close.
for a dead body.
So do I lay him on the floor or do I put him up on the
Okay,
bar?
what are you doing with him here?
I thought you were gonna wait
Roll
I'm waiting
outside.
for
an
Lang-
investigation
Langdon
check.
I thought you were
to show
waiting
up.
outside
DC
for
12.
Why don't you
Was.
just go to his house?
You
He just
happen
went
to
to his
find
house. You should
meeting
just,
up
No,
against
we
someone's
got
house.
that straightened out. We're at the bar,
Nice.
just waiting for Langland to
He's
come.
coming here.
Like this thick of boards. Like
so at this point, 3 level
2x12s or
20
something.
bouncers
that'll
come
be
out.
pretty. That'll be-
Yeah.
You say, get this dead body out of
I'm
here.
glad you're not DM.
Right?
I was talking to
Yeah,
him.
we're all
I
correct.
take Pete and I put him up on the bar, lay him on the bar.
He's
Oh
dead.
my god. Get
That's
him the
what-
fuck
thank
off of this
you.
bar.
The 3 level 20 characters come
What?
out now.
Blas is like, I can't have this on my bar.
Bouncers.
Put him at least put him in the corner on a chair
Do
in
you
the
have a
corner.
table? Do you have a table I could put him on?
Well, there's a number of tables, but it's small. They're small. They're like
Pete's
small.
a big guy, right? Pete's
Yeah.
he's like
He'd be hanging off both ends.
He
of
would
the
be
table.
hanging off both. Just shove him in the chair in the corner, for God's sakes.
okay, so I do that.
You
I
saw
put him in
like
a chair,
one patron gets up and leaves, and
And
he's
I-
like,
Yeah. You killed my
I put him
business.
in the
one of
chair,
the
and
patrons
I
just got scared
push
and
him
left.
up, and if
Okay.
he's
Slides down.
You take a quarter staff, prop it under his chin, and hold him in the corner.
If I
And
was
comedy
you-
ensues.
So just real quick,
trying to avoid that, I
if I
really
was a
was.
bartender, I would tell him to step a little to the right, and then that's a trap door button.
Now he complains about that guy there and you driving off his patrons, but a couple minutes later, I'm gonna go with Langdon too because that's close enough. He comes in, and he's hastily dressed, shaggy, and of course,
Somewhat
unshaven,
disheveled.
huh?
Somewhat disheveled.
But he goes up and he's like, just keep bringing us some ales, and he puts a gold coin on the
Do I see him carrying 250 gold pieces?
No.
Because that's what he's supposed to be paying.
Right. But we just woke him up in the middle of the night. I'm not going to blame him for not having it with him right now.
Well,
So,
You're nicer than I
You're
am.
Langdon, right?
He's Langdon. He says,
He doesn't know.
he comes
everything
over. He
yet.
says, "Okay, gather around here,
This
guys.
fella
I want to
right
hear
here
this
is-
from the beginning."
This fellow right here is yours. His name is
Knocks
Pete.
him over. Let me see if he recognizes him. Can't say I recognize him.
He's one of yours.
It's one of ours.
He's one.
There were 3 others that we brought as well.
They're crashed.
I guess
over-
John and Paul are with you.
John,
right?
Paul, and George.
George is already gone. He's with
Well,
his aunt.
I don't know that at this point.
Well, you'll
Yeah.
see it.
But were John and Paul with us?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
All right,
I'm
so-
not sure where'd George go.
We dropped him off. Remember, I took
Okay,
him
that's
off
right.
with
His
cousin.
Brandon was his cousin. They
Right.
can.
Okay.
Oh, by the way-
they can back us up.
I told his cousin that you saved the day.
You want
There's a team
to
effort.
roll a deception check?
Well, I got to roll. I just said.
Oh no, unless you suspect anything, it's like
No,
You want to run
You
a roll
care.
a bullshit check?
yeah.
pretty much.
Smells like bullshit.
Anyway, he's. Oh, and I'm sorry to interrupt you. She's going to make us some healing potions in
Sweet.
gratitude.
Actually, she may be able to help me with these. Confirm these other 3 potions. But no.
She said come in the morning. Come
Yeah,
back
I-
in the morning. So.
Okay, so he asked you to repeat the thing. I don't need you guys to recant the whole recant. You're gonna recant the whole thing.
It never
Retell
happened.
the
I
tale.
didn't rape her.
I did take the board
Good.
that shows the mining.
Although I did use
Oh,
a
yeah,
rape
he
here.
was-
Show them the 2 boards, one from Silver Run and one from Archford.
Yep.
So you brought back? Did you guys? You brought it back?
Yeah.
This is
So
all
he
we've
tells it you're basically unfinished, but yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we're not quite done if you want us to rescue them, but we do know what's happened in large part.
And we know what
Goblins.
happened. And they're using the miners as slaves down there. So that's why.
Sturges.
That's why we.
Oh,
That's why we
and,
need
Go ahead.
Oh,
people need
I'm here,
people in
right?
wagons because
No,
those guys
remember you're
are
out in the rain.
Oh, I bet. Okay.
those guys are in piss poor shape.
Tell them about the
Um,
horses.
It's because I got a bottle of Sturge.
You do.
The horses
I'll
are
feed it.
no longer. They were
It's dead. Remember?
lunch or dinner.
The horse of food.
Like
They get
my
food.
bottle.
The horses got eaten. The
Is
ones.
the monk's with us?
No, he's outside.
Why
You hear like sawing in the
why-
distance.
He doesn't have a clue what's going on.
Yeah, why is he talking?
So, but we
Where you
at the
going?
very least we need people to drive and handle wagons and not that aren't particularly squeamish because I suspect there will be more dead. But there are definitely going to be some just flat beat up and probably injured people that aren't going to be able to walk real well. So if we can load them into wagons and bring them back, it'll go much smoother. Now if we could get some semi-competent fighters, that would help a lot, I suspect. But with a little luck, we won't need too many of them.
He sighs. He goes, "You're pretty much looking at it. You know that. I realize it."
Yeah, if we got,
He looks at them and then
you got any
John
good,
says, "Hey, I guess I'll go back."
you got any
I
good
could drive the
temper
wagons.
rollers?
Do I notice anyone with bites on their neck?
Bites on there. Roll a perception check.
I'm being hunted.
Your what?
16 plus 3, 19.
I think that.
Is a vampire?
You see like 2 dots.
Well, who?
That explains a lot.
Really? Hey, Sonny.
Lightning.
Yo, what up?
How did you come across, you know,
Come across what? What?
yeah, that.
He wipes. It's dirt. It comes off.
It's dirt.
You guys are all filthy.
I think
It's
it's
your
Saturday.
It
problem.
looked exactly like it though.
Where you going, Vanessa?
Huh?
Where you going?
Until Langdon,
Grumble, grumble. I didn't
Grumble.
we
Where you guys going?
could probably
Mumble,
use
mumble.
a
Yeah,
This
Like
is-
mother, like
this
son.
is
A
the
full-
same answer.
Yeah, it was like grumble, grumble.
Busch
it,
Gardens.
Oh
Front
dang.
houses.
Busch Gardens.
Again?
What?
Are your tickets still good?
Yeah. We got the passes.
Oh, awesome. Those
So
are
you
great.
can go to see the ones that your idiot friends didn't want to go see.
Yeah, the scary ones.
Well, I thought we were going next weekend.
You can go
go
twice.
Yeah, clean
Yeah.
up the
That's why we bought the passes, so like.
Yeah, so you can go back.
Then,
Exactly.
like, people can-
Get your money's worth.
Yep.
Makes perfect sense.
okay, until Langdon, hey, we got, I don't think any of us have any problems with going back, but we need at least a day to rest up and clean up and refurbish our equipment and stuff.
I need a shower.
Go back. Where are we
Hey,
going back?
rest up and clean
You're
up.
not in there, remember?
Yeah.
Maybe not in that order.
I need to be disinfected.
Sonny-
I smell ripe.
Has he been bitten?
No, it was dirt. Just leave
Found
me
that
out in the
beer.
sunlight. That's all.
Yeah, once you finish your first mug, he brings, gets you another round of ale.
I'm sorry, I'm skittish, but
So you guys will tell, you guys tell him, you guys want to leave.
I want to tell a little bit about myself.
All right, so you
And I
guys,
asked the innkeeper, say, what do you have to eat? Doesn't have to be fancy, but we're hungry.
well, we just had a really nice, what's the right
Succulent
word?
pig.
No, a real nice batch of fish that the local fisherman brought in today. Some beautiful
Oh,
trout.
Yeah, nice.
Do you have it? Do you have any left?
No.
That's the big question.
Yes.
Feed me, please.
Easy. Okay, I got bread and I got some trout. We're gonna go roast it up for you.
You have some cheese.
Unless you want it pan broiled or fried
You
or
have
whatever.
cheese with the trout.
Is it fresh enough for sushi? I'll have fresh.
Sushi.
God,
Who would eat
vampires.
something like that?
Vampires.
Raw fish? Do you want
Grill-
parasites?
No, it's got to be
Grill it
sushi grade.
and bring it over.
All right. So he goes off. Blas
And
goes back and he
for
starts
everybody.
cooking.
I take a mirror and just point it at him. Does he show reflection?
Now, if you're pointing at him, you're not going to be
Yeah,
able to
you don't
know.
see anything.
I
You
go
just
like this. I go like this. I can see, you know.
So you turn around and hold the mirror like this so
Yeah.
you can see me and him in it.
I mean, I'm
Yeah.
doing this. Yeah, I'm doing a selfie.
looks like you can see him.
Oh, okay. Can I see him?
He's not in the room.
Yes,
Yeah,
he
he
is.
is.
You see him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Him?
you can see him.
He's
Yeah.
not in the room.
Oh,
He's not in there.
It's the monk. The monk's the vamp.
What? The hell are you talking about?
All right, where's the
Just
vampire?
be-
What did I miss that there's a
Be,
vampire now?
I don't know.
He's losing his mind.
Well, as I'm drinking more, you know,
Yeah.
getting the
I thought
building.
there's-
He's a bad drunk.
He's punchy
I
from the
thought there were no
chest and
such thing as
drunk.
vampires. Those are just old wives' tales.
Yeah.
We'll all meet out here at 8 o'clock in
Can
the
you
morning
see
when the
this?
sun is out.
And I show him the
If
trinket
you don't
with
show
the
up,
Thor's
you're
hammer.
obviously a vampire.
Show what?
The trinket with the Thor's hammer.
Mm-hmm.
I got this from a guy at the not convent. What would it be called? The
County fair?
Monastery.
monastery. Thank you.
Because they sell those things for about like $3 silver at the county fair.
Or if you hit
No,
the
his is nicer.
If you hit the hammer thing,
His is like
they'll give
cleric.
you one of those halfway
Where are
up.
you,
can
sir?
say
Where
what you
are
want.
you,
Yeah,
sir?
Disgusting.
you
You
can say
die.
what you want.
Why
All
don't
the
you
way
come in?
up.
He's not
Why don't
even
you just
there.
come in so
Yeah,
you can be part of this?
You
okay?
get
The
tired
guy
and
that's
decide
off-
maybe I should do this later, and you want to come in and join the party.
I'm
Maybe I should get some.
wishing this part of move on because it's it's you're
RP.
Well, it's 6:30, so I don't know what time we need to crack, to shut down today.
Ed.
We got about another 15 minutes before I'm.
Yeah, so
worried
let's
about
just
cleaning up.
RP it, man. Once you get tired of working in the rain, and you actually accidentally cut yourself when it gets dark, and you're like, oh shit. And it's like you wonder if you should be doing this in the dark and if it's worth it right now. And you hear laughs
So
inside.
did you get those, what'd you say
Thing.
you got those at the county fair? You trade your prize swine for that?
You bastard. No, a
I
guy.
recognize it. I know, I already know.
You know how I
course
got
I
it
know.
though? From the monk
I
who
don't
saved
know
my
how
life.
you got it, I know what it is.
When I was in a monastery, it was a night unlike this night that some of the elder monks and the priests had to go cleanse a house. And it was supposed to be an easy, 1, 2, 3 thing. They took me along. I was a new brother to the order. And, well, the house was full of vampires. And I was the only
You
one
don't
that made
say.
it out of life. And we dispensed with most of the vampires. It was a nest. But the master vampire was still in there.
Who was that?
Yes.
Oh, I'm not in there.
You're not in there.
Unless you decide to change your mind if you get miserable enough outside.
So, his
So,
name,
who
his
is
name
the
was
master?
Malik.
Must deal with a lot of death.
Malachi. Do I know this guy? I strongly doubt it.
He's a master vamp.
Like you said, you don't even believe him.
History would be 11.
He decimated our group. The guy who gave me this saved my life. Told me to run. I didn't want to run, but he says I had to. I had to get word. I had to get word back to the monster. I was a new initiate. I mean, I had no skills, no power, nothing. Right? I mean, I was just learning. Anyway, so I ran back to the monastery to warn them. And the master vamp and what was left of, he turned some of my brothers into vamps. And they came for the monastery. We held off as long as we could. We held off through the night. Thank God daylight fell and they had to retreat. The monastery at that point was totally disbanded and we had to go out in separate ways. That's how I find myself here in the company of you people. And I'm not going to stop until I hunt the son of a bitch who killed my whole order. So, can I just take another drink?
Quite a tale.
And I think I'm going to turn in soon. It's been a long couple of days.
You guys are finally starting to, the guys sitting next to the fire finally starting to warm up and starting to dry off and get a little comfortable as a couple
And I
meats or
just
a couple
keep
drinks
drinking.
in you
Yeah, I
and
just keep
A little bit
drinking
of
some-
fresh, warm food.
yeah, and the beautiful smell of this fresh fish comes
I'm
out.
starting to feel like a monk. I'm getting a little tipsy.
Yeah, and so he brings out plates for everybody. Two big, nice fillets on each plate,
Eat up, Henry.
and a nice big, and a big hunk of rye, hearty rye bread.
Nice.
He says, "I also have this bowl of peanuts. Everybody's hands has been in it, but you can."
I go out. I go outside at this point before I eat.
Yeah.
And I quote a monk.
You hear.
Hey,
Shit!
come on, it's time to eat.
Call it
You
all
can
9
finish that
fingers.
later.
I'll finish it after I eat.
Yeah, when he opens the door, you got this beautiful aroma of fresh broiled fish.
Fish.
And the lights come
Nice light,
spilling
yeah.
out into the
And
little
over
bit of
one
warmth.
corpse. Corpse is in the
It's
Corpse
starting
is
to smell.
inside.
Yeah, corpse is
It's in
inside.
better shape than
So
you
it's
right
gonna
now.
be broiled fish and
He
corpse.
doesn't stink yet.
All right.
Anyway.
So he comes in and they bring out a plate for you, and you
Yes, so,
maybe you make some space because they're all crowded around where it's nice and warm, and you're like,
well, I'm getting dry. by
you can
this
tell he
point.
wants to get closer, but you guys are like hogging the
Well,
floor.
I'll get up.
Over
Okay.
the next hour or two, we all spell out the tale in a disjointed fashion. The last little bit aided by John and Paul,
Right.
where they know what happened.
Yep.
And they fill in some of the beforehand.
Langdon basically says he has no manpower for you, but John volunteers to come he said he's an expert in driving these, and he says he knows that they have at least one cart that they're keeping down, and they keep the actual the goods.
How many miners are? How many slaves are being used as miners or whatever?
Well, believe it or not, they have a bunch of goblins too. I think there must have been a different tribe. They have a bunch of goblins mining there, and they had a bunch of humans, and the humans seem to die off faster than the goblins.
So
to be honest
Langland
with
is
you.
still here?
Yeah, he was listening
I
and talking
need
to you.
a set of heavy armor. This chainmail stuff is
Chainmail. Well,
not the best.
Well, you
can
should
get.
check-
I'll
well-
return it when I'm done.
why don't you
Oh, you want to play?
why don't you check with the remember, didn't you go to Forebears?
We haven't gotten there yet.
There's a
Where?
smithy in town. Remember Forebears? Check there
Oh,
in the
that's
morning.
right. There is.
Forebears.
Yeah, there's a Smith. The Four Bears. Yeah.
The Forebears.
Forebears. No, his name is Forebears.
Oh,
One word.
F-
I know, but I'll remember it because it's Forebears.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember.
And come to think of it, he probably definitely owes me a favor. Maybe we can, if you want to
Something
borrow
else.
something.
That'd be fun.
And
But do we ever get a guesstimate from John and Paul about how many human miners were there?
he said they're starting off like there's probably only a few more left alive. A lot of
A
them died
dozen or
within
so,
a few days.
or less than that?
Huh?
A dozen or less, or more than that?
Less. I think it started out like dozens when I first got there, and seemed like they die awfully quick, and then they go to the stew pot.
The goblins. The goblins are enslaved. I bet they're no friends of the goblins in charge, are they?
Probably not.
So there's your army.
Uh,
If we
the-
can free them.
They're working them hard as us, man.
Yeah, but if we free them, you figure we don't have to worry about them attacking us?
Oh, I'm not saying that.
They're evil fucks. Who knows? You can't predict
Goblins?
what
Are
they're
you kidding?
Well, if we're letting it loose, I mean,
You never know.
Yeah.
They are.
They hate humans. They will
They are-
kill us and eat us. They all will do it.
They
Slave
could be
or
your
not.
best friend, but when you turn your back, you can have a
Yeah.
dirk stuck in your back.
They might help us in the interim, but don't expect to break bread with them the next day.
Yeah, that's you gotta be careful, man.
Well,
I've seen them turn on each other.
Can you draw
But in
some
this
map of
situation-
the place?
well,
You know, I think I probably could.
okay.
A rough map.
That'll be more than we know now.
And I know I think just one, no, there are 3 levels to the mine, and there's a 4th one that's sealed off.
What
And
kind of,
it's,
Oh, dear
you
God.
can tell it's taboo, that no one goes there.
do the
We're not
goblins
supposed
upgrade?
Okay.
Huh?
We're not supposed to go in the 4th level?
I'm saying that there's 3 main, I know there's 3 main levels.
The goblins are apparently scared to death of the 4th one.
Yeah, it's blocked off, and there was even some ancient,
Well,
I
I
remember
know where
saw
we're
ancient
going.
sigils over that.
Well,
Yeah, that's where the Balrog hangs out. I'd like to.
What?
Yeah, exactly. I
you
wanted
shall
to.
not.
Yes, yeah, I think. Yeah, no one here is friggin'
Let's tomorrow.
He offers to pay for your room too. He says, "I'm gonna cover your lodgings here for a night,
I believe there was
and this
some,
food here is
some
on me."
Some
Thank you.
means of
Thank you.
payment.
Huh?
Some means of payment.
For what?
Sir, we found out what happened to your car.
Well, I was kind of hoping for
Well,
to
that
actually
was,
get my stuff back. Then hold on, let
What
me.
was the actual?
I thought it was just to investigate.
Here yet.
Yes, you
Let me
are.
double check on what
I
our
came in
agreement
for
was.
dinner and going back out. Are we still in dinner?
Yeah, you're still. How fast can you eat?
Unless you're going to just shuttle everything down and run back out.
I mean,
Wait.
the fire's warm. The music, the bard there is playing gently.
There's no bar tonight.
You son of a bitch! I'm setting up the mood.
Yeah.
So he left shortly after you guys left. The guy says here's you talking.
And we got a rotting body.
So I expect.
Too bad nobody
I
knows general
expect this to be
repose.
dropped in my hands.
Somebody need general repose. We probably would have to go through this, but no one knows general repose.
We're not gentle.
General
Right.
repose.
Gentle repose.
Yeah.
Repose.
You would know what that is
Yeah.
if you were a better cleric.
No, it's,
I did learn about it from the clerics of our order.
Two Capricorn.
So roll. Who? You were one. Roll me a persuasion check.
okay.
And the clerics of our order have buffs for that. Yeah.
I wonder if the guidance would be a great idea. Maybe
No,
I
no.
guess not.
7.
Yeah, the
He
clerics
says, "You
of
know,
our
you guys-
order had that too.
I was looking at my notes, but I'm not I'm not going to give you the full thing now. I'm sorry, but I'm going to give you 75 gold now, and the rest when I find out what happened, or
Well, he needs some money for
because
supplies.
where's the silver? You didn't find any silver. Where's the silver? The ore.
Sir, we were knee deep in the dead.
Yeah.
We thought it was more important that you get the information.
It was, and I really
Hold on.
appreciate it. I really
It was
appreciate
more
it.
important that we bring back the survivors. And that's what we did.
Hold on.
Excuse me a second.
Well, there's
That's mom.
apparently there's more.
Well, we didn't know
You
that.
got what you got. Yeah.
And we really
Well,
weren't
you
prepared
wanted
to go
proof
deeper.
that there was someone alive.
We weren't prepared to go deeper
Here's
anyway.
proof
Yep.
that there's someone alive. If you want a bigger excursion, we go down to a bigger excursion.
Yep.
I would like a couple of horses this time to go up there instead of having to walk
Especially
2 days. I'd like to be able to ride one day.
Especially since when we
Yeah, I
got
can
Yeah.
understand why
You still
want
couldn't
that.
get there in one day, even with a horse.
the pot was almost empty. We need some more.
Still take you 2 days, but it'd be easier. You get there in the second morning rather than the evening, and it'd be an easier journey.
That's when I can follow up
Oh, easy.
Catch.
You alright, bro?
You trip.
on. Yeah,
Just you took my shoes. I was trying to get on them. You were just walking.
That's why you're not supposed to take your shoes off.
You don't try to trip them, man.
That was it.
Yeah.
the shoes were off. That's why I tried to trip
Well,
them.
you're not allowed to take your shoes
They're
off.
both,
I
both
saved
have
the
their
guy.
shoes off.
I saved the guy.
Because you do unmentionable.
I saved this. I went to D&D and saved this guy's life.
That's the way I'm
Tripping
telling
over
it.
my own shoes.
After I tripped over his
Don't leave that part out. We know Al.
Okay, so
Let me see what I can round up for you. There's been some people through. There might be some more horses. I'll check.
And cheese,
Maybe-
if you have any cheese wheels.
Maybe a wagon would be helpful too.
Cheese.
What the hell are you talking about? Cheese wheels?
you ain't good for a hunk of cheese?
Oh, you're not. We're not happy with the bread and the fish.
Well, the bread and the fish are awesome, but from the road, fish isn't great on the road. Cheese lasts a lot longer.
Fish
Well, we
does
can
not
check
travel.
check
Yeah,
all the.
yeah.
Fish is
Y'all
not
need to.
traveling.
We'll need
If
to
it's dried and
feed
salted,
anybody
it's
any of the slaves we get. We get free.
Slaves?
The miners that were being used as slaves,
Survivors.
survivors, whatever. But we're going to need something to feed them on the way back because they're going to be beat up pretty bad.
There seems to be plenty of game though for that.
So
I'm having pretty
All right.
good luck catching
Langdon,
food.
he glances over at the barkeep Blas, and Blas does this, and he goes into the back, and he comes back 5 minutes later. He's got a modest wheel of cheese and
10 or 12 pounds.
10,
Yeah.
and then several loaves of bread.
Nice.
Who's got the party supplies? This is for
And he puts it on the table in front of everybody. This is for
party,
you guys.
Party
And
supplies.
Take it, wrap it up in a piece of cloth,
There you go.
stick it in my back.
That's
A wheel of cheese.
and there's 3 good-sized
3
loaves
loaves of bread.
of rye bread. Yeah. Hopefully you like rye. My wife made this today.
Yeah, that's fine.
I personally don't really like rye.
I'm not a fan, but
It
I don't
tastes
care.
good.
Hey,
It's good for you though.
I like rye. It's really good, especially the old stuff. Because 100-year-old rye is really good.
wrong
Doesn't
kind of
sound
rye.
good. Yeah.
No,
So-
you
Yeah.
guys
We're
have
talking about rye bread. You're
I
talking
have
about
the
rye.
right kind
Rye
of rye.
whiskey, yeah.
You guys have the wrong kind of rye.
I like to go up.
Wrong is in it's not the one we were talking about.
Yeah. Incorrect. Yeah.
So once the
Right.
night falls, I go upstairs, take a shower, take my gear off.
What's a shower? There's no showers.
Bath.
That's
If you want to, we can arrange the bath. I can wake up my help, and he can maybe get you guys
could
some
you draw
water.
some? Yeah, could you draw some a couple bats?
It's probably a good idea.
Yeah. And,
All right. So basically, tomorrow, John said that he'll go with you, and he'll be the driver for you.
Okay, good, perfect.
Okay. Now, we're still talking about waiting till the day after tomorrow to head
Oh yeah, you
back.
can.
So
you
we can
a day of
tomorrow. We
rest.
need to rest, resupply, refurbish.
Try and get 2 sets of armor that are of the plate class, which would knock us up to.
So after the first half of the day, I'll have produced a
You'll have
coffin.
made a coffin. So.
And then,
Alright.
then we have some place to store the
Alright.
body. And I'll
So
find
I'd like
a
to-
nice, cool, dark place.
Now, do you
So
put
I
the
want to end
coffin
this.
on-
We'll end this at this night as you guys all go to bed from this first night. So you can
Okay.
first thing the next session we can go over what you guys want to do on the next day.
That's perfect. I won't be here, so what I'm gonna do
Oh
is
shit!
Watch the video
watch the video. Is
of next week's game.
No, dude, I'm gonna be playing. I'm gonna be playing.
Yes, you're gonna
I'm gonna be
record
watching.
the Bucks game.
You're gonna watch the video after you watch the Bucks game.
Then put the Bucks game back here.
I would be more than happy to.
Oh, you could put it up there, and you could. Yeah, I don't mind as long as you're not too distracted.
No,
There'd be no audio.
I don't need it.
Closed caption? If you can
Closed
do-
caption applies.
I
Yeah.
could put closed caption on.
Only.
So,
I only like
so
that
one by
idea
one,
when Sean's
there's
doing
only one bathroom upstairs. Remember, there's a hallway
it.
with rooms.
Yeah. I go first, and then they
Al
tell
wants
me-
to go first, so the
They can use my dirty.
busboy heats up water for him first. He takes a bath.
There's more than one bath.
No, there's only one.
There's one.
I'm
So you just had to
next.
decide who's
I'm
next.
next. I'm in line.
It's
You
still
guys can
raining
fight
outside?
for it. Yes.
Oh yeah. All night.
Okay, I go to find the stable, take my leather armor off, go outside with a towel and then get the crud off with wearing pants.
Okay.
It is
now-
annoying though because it's not a heavy enough rain where you feel like it actually takes. It's just like a light, steady rain.
Just so you know, if you do that, you will never be able to run for political office.
For
I have far higher aspirations than political office.
Because he would be naked outside.
no, just his armor off. He's in his skivvies
Yeah.
underneath.
Yeah.
Well, what if a
Give
I
me
got
that.
Henry helping me take my armor off. It's his job to clean up my armor at night, anyways. I don't give a shit.
He's gonna be out for a while.
That's not my problem. That's Henry's
Yeah.
problem.
You get the armor off and this whiff of
Yeah.
stench.
Goblin guts.
And the one of them has like
Holes in it anyways.
this
Well,
is where
it's
he
just
carried the
got-
dead
got-
guy
got
on it,
crap
and it's
up
like
underneath the buckles
like
and
seeped-
this.
Pickled
seeped into
sweat
it.
is what you're getting with.
no, and the dead guy he's
Yeah.
carried for like 8 hours
Yep.
without he like schlepped it, never got tired. He never lost a step.
Mhm.
All right.
Stronger than he looks. He didn't look
Nine
that
step
imposing.
and
He didn't lose a step carrying that
Well,
huge.
2 things I gotta do tomorrow morning when I wake up is
Mm-hmm.
go to the apothecary.
Right.
All right. Me and Ed.
You want to go
I'm
shopping?
going- I gotta go there too.
Yeah, so you guys can all
I'm
go.
gonna see if she can.
That's a good place too.
If she can
I'll
find a
join
way
you.
Oh,
to-
no,
Yeah.
you
We
don't
won that
want
no
to join
matter the
now.
coffin's
We all
done.
want to join now.
Hey, the coffin's done.
What do you want from me? I'm not in it.
You sure you
Could
don't
be.
need one? Well, you
It's a
talk
nice,
to
comfortable
people.
place to sleep.
It might be a good investment.
Nice firm back support.
As long as you're not
You know,
claustrophobic.
buy it when you're not in need. It's a lot cheaper. You wait until it's needed. It's going to cost a lot more. I'm sure I guarantee you're going to need one soon.
I guarantee.
Especially with your bad attitude.
I have a great attitude. Did I not give the monk my
All right,
receipt
so it's
he can
wrapped
get
up, guys.
friggin',
Wrapped it up.
All right, Sean, we need you for
Bananas.
2 minutes to go over image. You want to carry sign us out, Darren?
Thank you everybody for watching.
Another great episode.
Another awesome episode of our intrepid adventurers in the Gant mine cleansing. Right, this place has been cleansed. Can't
game,
say
Darren.
that yet. It's gonna take. It's gonna.